How I started my art journey. Art is really my life. Everything in my world is about creativity, about expressing myself in my fullest capacity. And I guess that started, when I was born. I've always seen the world through that pair of glasses, I guess, through those eyes. And I'm always attracted to colour and texture and shape. And so painting for me is a way, I guess, of expressing how I see the world. A lot of my art is, I guess people say that my art brings them joy and makes them feel happy. And art itself, while I'm making art, is really the same for me. So it brings me incredible joy to be painting, to be making art, the installation work, and it really is about me being in my joy or in my bliss state, I guess. I love to sing in the studio while I'm painting, and so I get into a kind of a flow state. I get into a space where I'm just being me, I guess. I'm not, there's no pressures from the world. There's just the paintbrush and myself. And I really believe that that energy comes through me. So I believe that I'm basically a vessel for Creator, God, the universe, spirits, energy to come through. And so me, being in the studio singing and playing, it feels like I just put myself in a position to be able to express that. And I started painting when I was very young, and I started selling artwork probably in my early 20s, I guess. I had my first exhibition when I was 21. And that exhibition was actually on fabric. So if you know my work at all, you'll see, the installation work, or even in my paintings, I love to paint on fabric or add fabric. My mum was a dressmaker. So, so it seems very natural for me to have fabric in my work. And the first exhibition I had was actually on textiles, was clothing and quilt covers and all sorts of beautiful pieces that were practical. They were practical in nature. You could wear them, you could use them. And I still to this day love art that is part of your space. I mean, my home is full of furniture and walls and clothing that has been adorned or embellished by either my creativity or somebody else's. So I love to live within art, I guess you could say. So that first painting that I sold, the first painting that I remember selling on the internet for sure was Ecuadorian Mystery, and a beautiful big painting, and to have it sell online was an absolute thrill. And I still know the client that has that piece of work, that beautiful piece of work. I still love it. I still remember painting it and the feeling of selling that piece, and that was the beginning of online sales. And from there we went on to sell a lot of paintings and prints, and I still to this day sell a lot of prints around the world for people to enjoy in their homes, which really is exciting. So I guess the advent of the digital world has really opened up the possibilities for us as artists, and it's very exciting. The question how my career has developed over the years. I, as a human being, see myself and my world as a continuously expanding and evolving idea and journey. So for me, my career is simply, has been and is a reflection of that. So as I grow and develop, my work grows and develops, and I see it as a fluid and ever evolving, ever expanding idea. So the installation work has come from that. The workshop, running workshops for creatives has come from that. By being open to opportunities and possibilities, and not seeing myself or my work as one set idea. And I think that has been a great perspective to have as a creative in this world. It allows me resilience and allows me to be unsinkable, because I simply shift direction as I'm asked, as I'm invited. I express my view of the world, or where I'm currently at, through my work. My work is very narrative. You will see recurring motifs, ideas, themes within my work. So you will see angels and lovebirds and the tree of life and communities, villages, airplanes, moon and stars. So these all have symbolic value to me and meaning to me. The lovebird is a beautiful little symbol in my artwork that appears so simply and yet has very deep meaning for me. So the lovebird is usually around or attached to a figure, and that represents basically the idea that we are far more than what we can see as a human being. We are far greater, and the ability to fly. And the lovebird for me is a little reminder to us that we are full of possibility, and the idea that we can fly, we can soar within this life, and freedom to shift and change within the aspects or the place where we are planted, I guess, in this world. Currently, what I'm working on is while we've been in isolation or lockdown, I've been working on a wee project called Choose Love. And it's basically pieces of textile, pattern textile, that I have painted on. So in effect, creating a small canvas, and adhered to power poles and trees in my neighborhood as a way to tell myself and remind myself and remind others to continue to choose love over fear. These times that give us every opportunity to respond with fear, and love is a choice, making the choice to be expansive and stay curious and stay open-hearted when life throws us curlies. And I've experienced this in different ways before, and I'm sure most of you have as well. And so it's an opportunity. This feels like an opportunity for us to stay open-hearted, to remain openly curious and expansive, and continue to grow and not contract in this opportunity, in this time. So so this has been a beautiful little project for me. I guess is my way of expressing, reminding myself and reminding others to just stay open, to stay soft, to stay expansive, and not become rigid with fear and contract with fear. and has had a really brilliant response throughout the community, including a commission piece for a local childcare centre, and I have sent a few to different places around Australia, and it's lovely to see them pop up in people's news feeds and in their world, and that is a part of, for me, what art is about. Art is healing. Art is healing for me, and it's healing for those who view it. Art has the capacity for that, and I think particularly now, this is the time where we really need artists to step in and step up and express their joy and express their love, and help us through this time, for sure.